The courtroom case. In a small village surrounded by green fields and tall trees, there lived a young lawyer named Anna. Anna had returned to her hometown after studying law in the big city. She set up a small office in the town square, ready to help anyone who needed legal assistance. One day, a worried woman named Mrs. Green walked into Anna's office. "Good morning, Anna," Mrs. Green said. "I need your help. I've been accused of stealing money from the village market, but I didn't do it." Anna listened carefully. "Don't worry, Mrs. Green. I believe you, and I will help you. We'll need to gather evidence and present your case in court." Mrs. Green looked relieved. "Thank you, Anna. I trust you." The next morning, Anna went to the village market to investigate. She spoke with the market manager, Mr. Brown. "Mr. Brown, can you tell me more about the money that was stolen?" Mr. Brown frowned. "It happened last week. We were counting the day's earnings, and when we checked the money box, some of it was missing. Mrs. Green was the last person seen near the box, so people think she did it." Anna asked to see the money box and the area around it. She noticed that the box was kept in a place where many people passed by. "Thank you, Mr. Brown. I'll look into this further." Anna then spoke with several market vendors and customers. She found out that there were other people near the money box at the time the money went missing. She wrote down everything she learned in her notebook. The day of the court hearing arrived. The courtroom was filled with villagers, all curious to see what would happen. The judge, Mr. Thompson, took his seat and called the court to order. "We are here to determine whether Mrs. Green is guilty of stealing money from the village market." Anna stood up and addressed the court. "Your Honor, Mrs. Green is innocent. I have evidence that shows she did not steal the money." The judge nodded. "Proceed, Anna." Anna called several witnesses to the stand. First, she called Mr. Brown, the market manager. "Mr. Brown, can you confirm that many people had access to the money box?" Mr. Brown nodded. "Yes, that's correct. Many people walked by the box." Next, Anna called Mrs. White, a market vendor. "Mrs. White, did you see anyone else near the money box on the day the money went missing?" Mrs. White replied, "Yes, I saw a young man named Tom. He was hanging around the box for a while." Anna then presented a new piece of evidence. "Your Honor, I have a witness who saw Tom taking money from the box." She called Tim, a young boy from the village, to the stand. "Tim, can you tell the court what you saw?" Anna asked. Tim nodded nervously. "I saw Tom take some money from the box and put it in his pocket. I was scared to tell anyone because Tom is much older than me." The judge listened carefully to Tim's testimony. "Thank you, Tim. Your bravery is commendable." Anna turned to the judge. "Your Honor, this evidence shows that Mrs. Green is not guilty. The real thief is Tom." The judge thought for a moment and then spoke. "Based on the evidence and witness testimonies, I find Mrs. Green not guilty of stealing the money. We will investigate Tom's involvement further." The villagers whispered among themselves, surprised by the new information. Mrs. Green looked relieved and grateful. "Thank you, Anna. You saved me." Anna smiled. "I'm glad I could help, Mrs. Green." After the hearing, Anna continued to work on the case to ensure that Tom was held accountable for his actions. She spoke with the judge and the local authorities to make sure justice was served. The villagers were impressed by Anna's dedication and skill. They thanked her for bringing the truth to light and for helping Mrs. Green. One evening, as Anna was closing her office, Mrs. Green and several villagers came to see her. They brought a basket of fresh vegetables and a bouquet of flowers. "Thank you, Anna, for everything you've done for us," Mrs. Green said. "You've made our village a better place." Anna felt a warm glow of happiness. "Thank you all. It's my honor to help you." As she walked home that evening, Anna thought about the case and the journey leading up to it. She realized that being a lawyer was not just about knowing the law but about seeking justice and helping people in need. And so, the story of Anna, the kind and determined lawyer, became a cherished tale in the village. It inspired others to pursue justice and to stand up for what is right. Anna's legacy lived on, reminding everyone that with empathy, dedication, and courage, they could create a fair and just world. The village thrived, filled with harmony and cooperation, thanks to the lawyer who cared deeply for her community.